I'm about to hit you with a real controversial take here, so I hope you're ready. This is gonna be something you've never heard. I think phone? Bad. How did I develop such a hot take? Well, let me take you through a little timeline real quick, okay? Back when I was in college, for the half a year I was there before I started getting an existential crisis, like, oh my god, I don't even know what major I'm doing. Why am I here? Why am I making my parents pay $10,000 a semester for me to literally fuck off and do nothing? Back in that time, I had 7 roommates, right? Which is pretty wild in and of itself. And we got up to a lot of shenanigans, but one thing that I always just never understood is we'd get a group of people together, they'd come over, and then everyone would just sit on the couch and scroll on their phones on TikTok. And at the time, I was like, what the fuck are we doing, guys? Like, I didn't have TikTok. I didn't do any scrolling. Oh, hello. I didn't do any scrolling myself. And so I looked at these guys and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, this is gross. And then fast forward, I don't even know when the brain rot started infecting me. Maybe it was around COVID. I can always use that as an excuse, right? But it literally got to the point where I uninstalled TikTok because I was spending so much time on it. And then guess what happened after I uninstalled TikTok? It's going to be a real tough guess. I'm not sure if you'll get it. I started just scrolling endlessly on Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. That shit is a real ADHD trap, man. And honestly, sitting and making YouTube videos has been so good for me, man. Not just because this is something that I've wanted to do for a long time, but it's not just scrolling on TikTok. Ever since I was a little kid, I would always play Minecraft, and I'd have a video going in the background. And I'm not calling out all the 70% of people who definitely just have this video playing in the background while they're doing something else, Because if you're at work or if you're doing chores or something you don't really want to be doing, I totally get having a podcast or a YouTube video or music in the background. But I'd load up Minecraft, a game that I enjoy playing, and then I would sit there and watch a YouTube video. And don't get me wrong, Minecraft is definitely a better game to do this with because a lot of it is just a lot of it is just passive building and hanging out. But dude, it's gotten to the point where I'll load up a game like Deadlock, which is literally a very intensive game. You have to focus, you gotta have your sound on, you gotta do all this shit. And I'll just pick some random YouTube video to just be background noise, and I'm not even listening to it. And do you guys know about the memes where you'll be scrolling on Instagram Reels or something like that, and then all of a sudden a reel will pop up and it's like, tell me about the reel you saw, the video you saw five scrolls ago. Bro, that is not even a meme at this point. I don't fucking know. Have you guys ever heard the saying that, you are the sum product of the 5 people you spend the most time with? I definitely think that saying is true. But it doesn't just go for people. You are a product of what you consume. And my uncle was over today helping around the house, and he was talking about how you are what you consume, just straight up. And I kind of got to push back on that and say that sometimes you can digest what you're seeing and disagree with it, and you won't necessarily identify with what they're saying, and your identity will be formed kind of counter to what you're seeing, if that makes sense. If you see something and you disagree with it, you're not going to be like, oh, this is me now just because I consumed it. But bro, I've been watching so many Instagram Reels. I'll just sit there and scroll and scroll and scroll, and I don't like a single video that I see, and yet I keep scrolling, and I'll close the app and I'll open it back up, and I'll close the app and I'll open it back up. And it's literally ruined my brain to the point where I can't even fucking sit and watch a YouTube video anymore. And again, it's not just short form content. No matter what I'm doing, bro, my phone is open and I've got a YouTube video playing in the background or something. When I was a kid, I really hated how overactive my mind was. It almost felt unfair that my mind could be so active. I would overthink everything. It would take me forever to fall asleep. And so to counteract that, I started doing things puffing the Benjamin, or having a podcast or having a video essay on in the background, just so that my mind isn't constantly thinking about something. It can just default to the noise it's hearing. And now, dude, I've done so much of that that my brain doesn't even like dream up cool video ideas anymore, which is something it used to do all the time. Like, this channel is called my third channel for a reason because, oh, I'm so dead. Like, it's Deeexton for a reason because I usually have so many like cool abstract ideas for videos, and this is just like a gameplay commentary channel where I just sit and talk about shit. But yeah, that's part of the reason why making YouTube videos has been so great for me, bro, because like I said before, I'll load up Deadlock and I'll legit have a YouTube video on the side. And so instead of doing one thing, I'm doing half of two things, which really is like a quarter of two things. I'm not really listening to the YouTube video and I'm not really playing either. So if I'm sitting down and I'm recording a video and I'm talking, I'm like fully present in the moment. Like right now, I'm just playing Risk of Rain. I don't have a little YouTube video going on the side. Also, this music is so good on this stage. I've only gotten this stage like once before. And I don't know. I just need to be more mindful about what I'm doing because sometimes I'll wake up and I'll just instantly get on Instagram Reels and it's like, is that ever gonna be a good productive day? If that's how you start off your day? Not likely, bro. Like, I know the science behind it too. I know all this stuff. Like, I know your dopamine reserves are the largest, they're the fullest when you're in the morning. So if you do something, you know, tough, you'll feel the most rewarded in the morning. And yet, I just fucking destroy that shit by watching a bunch of fucking processed garbage. And the whole reason I'm sitting here talking about this is because I was sitting and scrolling Reels, and I had watched through a full video before I was like, oh my god, why did I just watch that? And it's fucked up, man, because when you do that, when you're just constantly surrounding yourself with content, you're not giving your brain a chance to think. And I used to always hate how heavily I felt emotions and how, I don't know, just how active my brain was. But let me tell you, man, the opposite of that is so much worse. Like, it can suck to really heavily feel emotions, but it's so much worse to feel nothing at all, bro. When I don't give my brain the out to just go and watch videos, I start cooking up a whole bunch of productive shit. Like, I'll go for runs, I'll go make YouTube videos, I'll go do this, I'll go do that. I'm just like, recently, bro, it's been bad. It's been bad. Also, 2 energy drinks back to back, that's nice. It's been bad, bro, recently. Because I moved, and I don't know, I've just gotten into bad habits. I'm such a creature of habit. It's so funny because when I was younger, I hated having a schedule. I hated having to be told what to do, but it's so good for you, man. Like, to build good habits, it's something I personally need because I am just a creature of habit. If I lock myself into a bad one, then I'm locked in there, you know? But if I'm locked into a good one, then I'm locked in there too. And like, when it comes to making content, I don't even really like making, you know, reels or shorts or stuff like that. Like, if you really want to grow super big, everyone knows that, you know, you should go out and clip farm and shit like that, right? But I don't know, dude. My body is a machine that turns good starts into failed runs. I got a real wake-up call recently, bro. Oh my god, damn it, dude. Oh my god, a ukulele. Alright, we can't fuck this run up, please. But yeah, I recently went on a trip out to Detroit to visit some family. And like, wow, man, wouldn't you know it, when you spend time with people who you love and you're not on your phone as much, you feel like a happier person. Ooh. Fucking crazy shit, huh? Also, yeah, for anyone who missed my stream or my last video, apparently Hopoo Games dissolved as a company, so F in the chat, bro. I remember when I first played this game, man. God, it left such an impact on me. And the fucked up thing is, bro, like, I genuinely feel as if I've rotted my brain so much that, like, I almost can't appreciate it in the same way. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes too much of a great thing lessens its greatness. You know the whole meme where it's like, this would melt a Victorian child's brain, or like, you give a fucking middle-aged man TikTok and he wouldn't know what to do. Yes, he would, bro. He'd watch it for a little bit, be like, this is pretty unproductive. I'm gonna go do something else. And that's probably like, I'm gonna go like till the fields or something, you know? Like, he wouldn't sit there and scroll all day. He's got shit to do. Oh, watch this. We're about to get no cooldowns. Just spam right click. And again. That was pretty crazy. ATG missile launcher. Alright, this is actually a crazy run. But hey, just know if you choose me to be your background noise, I'm very honored. Sometimes people put that comment in the description, and it's like 15 years ago, or maybe even like just 5 years ago. I would have been like, what the fuck do you mean I'm your background noise? Like, you don't want to watch me? Like, what? You don't even want to give me your full undivided attention? But nowadays, bro, like, I take the compliment for what it is. You know, if you choose me to be your background noise, that's an honor. But also, like, make sure you give your brain a little bit of time to just, like, sort its shit out. Like, give yourself 15 minutes a day, go for a walk, go do something, and just, like, don't listen to a video, don't listen to a podcast, don't listen to music, and just, like, fucking chill with your mind and get to know yourself a bit. I feel like I sound like my fucking evangelist uncle here, but I'm not trying to be, like, preachy or anything. I'm no holier than thou. You know, I've robbed my brain like no other, my man, but I've never actually defeated this boss. Me and my buddies got so close one time. I was on a god run with Acrid. I was doing the thing where, like, I was like an old white guy where my kills were getting me kills, bro. My money was making me money. Like, I would just spit goo at something and everything on the map would die. And yet I get to the final boss. And I don't know if it glitched out or if this is just the way that the boss is meant to go. But I got to the final stage and I couldn't use my abilities. And so I just got fucking destroyed. Like, me and my buddies, we just straight up lost. Even though I had, like, 3 Dio's best friends. You know, all this shit. It's like, damn it. Also, I don't know what charging this up does. I think it takes gold to charge it up, and then I think you get more items the more gold you give, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, earlier before I was filming this, I was just sitting in bed fucking rotting my brain away, just scrolling Instagram Reels. And oh my god, dude. It got to the point where I watched a video and I legit was like, wow, dude. Like, the algorithm will just give me anything at this point, won't it? Alright, we've spent 10 minutes on the first stage, though, which is... whatever. I saw this bell curve thing where it's like, I'm gonna get all the items on this map and take my time, and then in the middle it's like, no, you have to spend 5 minutes per stage is optimal, and then at the upper echelon it's like, I'm gonna spend 5 minutes, I'm gonna take as much time as I want. I guess while I'm here, I'll talk about the DLC. When I first played it, I was pretty giddy, you know, just to have, like, new content. I think that the new boss fight is really cool. I think there's definitely some cool stuff about it, but to be honest, as a whole, little underwhelmed, bro. The items are a little underwhelming. The new stages are cool. The new music's great. But yeah, I just feel like they could have maybe added more content. I don't know if that's me being greedy or not. And that's not to mention all, like, the game-breaking glitches that came with the DLC. You didn't even have to install the DLC for it to add a bunch of game-breaking glitches, which... I think that they've gone and patched some of that. I haven't really kept my finger on the pulse, but... got a lot of money. Let's go gambling. Fuck it. Alright, that's enough, man. If you ever needed to turn from gambling, just play Risk of Rain. But, like, secrets for one. I feel like there's no secrets in the DLC. That's one of my that was one of my favorite things when I first started playing Risk of Rain. Was finding all the artifact tablets and unlocking the characters and just all the little secrets around the map that you could find. I feel like it's seriously lacking in that now. Man, I don't know if I do enough damage right now. God, listen to the music on this map. Fucking love Risk of Rain's music, dude. You got AoE stuff, right? Alright, we should bring you guys over to the boss then. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, rip the god run, man.